Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So, tonight's question is: does Cat Green deserve a second chance on Days of Our Lives? Hmm? Does she deserve a second chance? I mean, hell, half of Salem already has one. Why not her? Now, we're going to be sitting there talking about all the shows tonight: General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, Bold and Beautiful and Young and Restless. I'm not going to lie, Bold and Wine are kind of on the low end of the totem pole. We're going to talk about that as well. Let's sit there and do roll call. And yeah, let's get that started. Right, GH fans is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Krista is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Amy is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Ed is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Tommy is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Lisa Clapp is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Amy's in the chat. How you doing tonight? And it's not letting me scroll down further. What? My gorgeous queen cat lady is in the chat. Yes, because she's hot. That's a reason. That's more than enough reason. Valerie's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Oh, it's all good. Ryan, we're gonna talk about GH tonight too. So you have to buckle up your seat because we I'm going in. We didn't talk yesterday, so damn sure we're gonna talk tonight. Ed, I'm doing good. Actually survived Tuesday, which is Hell Tuesday. So yeah, Tommy, I'm not gonna lie. Today's episode of YNR, the only thing that was actually good was the Jordan and Ian scene because people have done exactly. There we go. Oh, I know, Ryan. I know, but we got, like I said yesterday, I didn't get a chance to talk about GH, so tonight we're gonna be cooking. And now, where's my music at? She is, Tommy, and it's funny though too. Like you sit there, what's good, Laura B? How you doing tonight? Um, you sit there, and you look at it, and you're like, well, not really so much as that, but I mean, we all knew that this alliance between Jordan and Ian was not going to last. You got two solo acts. Like, what universe is that actually going to work? Ronnie Ryan is in the chat. Mr. Sheffer and the nanny is good together. I'm so confused by that joke. I don't know about Kat, but if she's sorry and redeemed herself, then yes, she deserves a second chance. Yeah. Kelly says, "What did I miss? Did Ann Jordan take out it?" No, she just walked out. She was like, "This partnership is over. You're not satisfying my needs, so I'm just gonna do it myself." Anthony, the number one YouTuber, how you doing tonight? Ed says I smoke. Ed says I smoke for a lot of characters today. Hobbies: Sasha, Drew, Willow, Tracy, Nina, Carly, Fake Rape, etc. Blackmon, aka GQ, Mr. GQ is in the chat. How are you doing, my friend? Jonathan is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Okay, as I always sit there and say this, there is one of me. There's 23 people in the chat. I'm not going to be able to get to every single comment. So just have some patience. Let's have a good time. Oh, okay. No, I got that part. Oh, Kyle is Mr. Shepard and Claire's. Okay. And Cat Lady is a member again. Jillian, how you doing tonight? GH has the worst security. Yeah, I said the same thing. Blackmon says, I'm good. Okay. I'm good, Mr. Thank you. Thank you, Blackmon. Thank you. Kelly says, why every time I have to update this? Yeah, I'm kind of curious about. I thought it would just automatically go on there. Ron says, why did Jada have to go confront EJ? Did she really think she was going to get any? Here's my whole thing. Like, The fact that she just barged on in and she pretty much just used her badge as an excuse to just do whatever the hell she wanted, like that was insane to me. That was literally insane to me. She definitely abused her power as what you call it as commissioner. Of course, Arnold's dumbass just walks upstairs. Um, yes, and I said, I think you probably saw my review. I said that. I was like, how, first of all, you're walking around without a shirt. Next, you're sitting there inviting people to a house that's not yours. My day was good, Tommy. My day was good. Actually, I saw The Young and the Restless early. I saw it at 5:30 in the morning. Okay, I watched The Young and the Restless 5:30 this morning. Like I was ready. Drew is a good man. Drew is a very good man. Ryan says, I said this under your comment, but I wanted to clarify that when Carly asked Willow if she ever loved Michael, it wasn't because of the cheating. It's because, oh, no, no, no. I remember that. I remember that part. I didn't get a chance to actually get back to your comment, but just to oh no, and no, I Arnold is definitely a good switch out for a little bit. He's just kind of an idiot. Here's the thing, Ron. I get what she's talking about, but I find it to be such an out of pocket comment, though. You know, like honestly, tell you the truth, yesterday, Ryan, I stand by everything that I said. When she sat there and said, "Did you ever love my son? Did you ever love the husband? Did you ever love the men that you were sitting there cheating on with?" And here's the thing: for her to sit there and take, for her to sit there and take um Wiley's for her to sit there and take Willow's children, but then complain that you can't sit there and see Michael. I'm like, are you kidding me? You goddamn hypocrite. Monique, do they not? Nope, not yet, Monique. And thank you, Jonathan. Johnson says a commenter on Phoenix channel came up with an interesting theory about Drew that he may not actually be Drew and is somebody in a mask. You know, it's funny. Somebody said that in my comment section too. Like yesterday, somebody said that in my comment section too. But that's interesting. I mean, yeah. And you know, it's actually really funny, Jonathan. You kind of inspired me in a way to do this new segment. Um, I'll talk about it on Saturday. I'll talk about it this Saturday, but I may actually have. What's good, Francis? I might have a new segment. Um, that's going to be inspired a lot by by your part. Shiloh or Peter. Okay. Okay. So here's the thing. uh that's funny. That's good. That's good. So either Shiloh or what you call it, you don't take somebody's kids. That's the bottom line. I understand that you know, the whole splitting hairs thing, but you don't take somebody's kids and then stand there and be like, "How could you sit there and not allow me to see my children? I mean, how could you not allow me to see Michael? You took my goddamn kids, lady, and you gonna sit there and say that in the same breath?" Honestly, judge you, Carly was giving such hypocritical vibes. I could have went on for hours and hours and hours on going on her ass. Yeah, I know. We talked about it on Sunday too, Francis. Jillian says, you know that. See, Jillian. Ron says, I did, Albert. That mentioned if that Phoenix. Oh, okay. I don't know. I saw. I think I saw like maybe one before I started last week, but Yeah. Black Mom says new segment pancakes and toppings. Oh, that's gonna be that's definitely gonna be a segment, but that's gonna be the rated R version. You know, Jonathan, it didn't offer much today, but I'll tell you one thing though, it offered more than yeah. Hey, cat lady, I didn't bring it up. I I didn't bring it up this time. Um but you know the thing is Days did offer more than Y and R and B did. That's something I can sit there and say it did actually offer more than those two. Ryan says, but I asked you on Thursday if you felt like Dan went too far for taking the kids, and you said no. Hmm. All right, maybe I gotta sit there and change my mind on that. I do remember you sitting there saying that this was you was like technically this wasn't Carly's fault, that this was Diane. Diane was the one that came up with the idea. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here. But yeah, see I didn't don't look at me. That emoji is not for me. Francis says, I definitely think the whistleblower is Javi's male friend. Oh yeah, no. They actually they somewhat kind of confirmed it on one of the episodes towards the end that he was the one that was sent there posting it. The question is why though? Blackmon says yes, rated R with the furry handcuffs. Don't forget about the blindfold. Don't Francis, don't most people listen to their attorney's advice? The point is, she okayed it. I see what you're Smith is saying. You know, I mean, Ryan, you listen. You are you are giving Diane, you are giving Carly's lawyer a run for her money. But at the end of the day, she still okayed it. So, like, this is on Carly. We're not going to get past that. But you are, what's good, Kevin? You are giving Diane a run for her money. I'll tell you that much. Sasha versus Willow. I can see where Cheech is going with this, but until Sasha comes clean, she can take a back seat in calling Willow. She can take a back seat, not just in calling Willow out, but she can take a back seat in the fact that, like, I don't like the idea that she's sitting there judging people and judging the situation from the sidelines. At the end of the day, you're his friend. That was still his wife. You need to sit there and kind of just stay in your goddamn lane. And feathers, okay? Hmm, and feathers. I mean, I guess if you're into the ticklish thing. Hmm. Never tried that before. But no, she needs to sit there and just take a goddamn back seat because I'm like, stay in your damn lane. That's my thing. What's good, Kevin? Johnson says what's good. Yes. Mm-hmm. And he's from Rochester, so or is it Rochester or Rhode Island? I forgot. But the my thing is why? No, I don't know. I don't know. Ellie says shake my head. Aubrey is never on the same side as me. I don't know how this even works night before my birthday too. So, Callie, you want me to lie to you? I mean, do you want me to pull you want me to pull a Steve Harvey? 'Cause I can pull a Steve Harvey, but I like to sit there and think, okay, Black man, but I like to sit there and think, you know, you can handle the truth. Kevin says, don't think Hope and Carter won't last, have no chemistry. Okay. 1 second, and I'm trying to get to you. I got like you, and I got Ron, and I got Ryan. But don't think I'm ignoring you, Ed. What's good, Darby? Ryan says, wouldn't you want people sticking up for you if you have been hurt physically or emotionally? I would want no, because I can fight my own battles. I can fight my own battles, Ryan. I don't need anybody sticking up for me. I can fight my own battles because, well, I'm a man that actually has 2 nutsacks. So, what's good, Laura B? Oh, and thank you. Yes, yeah. Hit the like button. I'm gonna hit the like button too. No, I'm a man that actually does have 2 nutsacks of my own, so I can sit there and support myself. Seriously, Francis. Oh no! I can easily sit there and say that, Ryan. I'm not a beta. There's a there's a difference. That's no. I love her. I love my cat lady so much. No, we're not doing that. We're not sitting there justifying everybody else sitting there jumping into an issue that's literally between a couple. No. Yeah, clearly I need to sit there and get something stronger tonight because LaShawn says that guy that Leo rejected as new lift. Yes. See, Francis, see how much I love her? What's good, Deluxe? No, I'm a man that actually has 2 nutsacks. I can easily answer that question. Sasha needs to sit there and stay in her goddamn lane. Carly, every time she sits there and she keeps talking, Ryan says, then you shouldn't watch soap operas because characters do that all the time. Okay, I'm gonna sit there. I'm gonna. This requires a drink before I. You're telling me that I shouldn't watch soap operas because they do it all the time. No, I know exactly what I'm watching, and I should watch soap operas regardless if I like that or not. See, the difference is, Ryan, I'm gonna sit there and call them out. That's the thing. I'm just listen, Francis. I'm keeping it real. I'm gonna sit there and call them out. That's like people sit there saying, "Oh, well, you shouldn't watch soap operas because you're not into couples, you're not into romance." No. Um, Sasha needs to sit there and stay in her goddamn lane. And when this alcohol kicks in, I'm gonna sit there and probably say some more things that's gonna, well, piss some people off since that's what I'm good at. Um, that's true, right? But I still don't need nobody fighting my battles, though. I still don't need nobody fighting my battles. I don't know about other weak-minded men, but I don't need anybody fighting my battles. Johnson says, "What do you think of Lulu asking Tracy for money?" I think she needs to slow down. I think she doesn't listen. Oh shit! I think she doesn't listen to. I don't. I think she doesn't listen to anyone. Cat lady, stop it. You know I love you, girl, and I do got a surprise for you tomorrow too. Then who's going to fight them? Um, did I answer your question, Jonathan? I don't know if I got to your question. Hold on. Oh, I think she needs to slow down. Like everyone's at their talking like, yo, listen, what are you gonna do? You're just gonna sit there and go from door to door to door to door. Dante is like, yo, listen, you literally had the sniper follow you to Charlotte's place. Like she's not listening to anybody. Um Ron says, what's your thoughts on Pauline wanting to pay for some trip because of trying to get to the bottom? I think she's being a supportive wife. But see, here's my thing though. Here's my thing about this lady whistleblower. What is Lady Whistleblower actually doing? Like, you stop and think about what is Lady Whistleblower actually doing? Lady Whistleblower isn't doing anything more than what I, Kyrie's, Cat Lady, Brock, or anybody else would do. So, like, they're trying to make it seem like Lady Whistleblower is this villain, this vile villain, up until the point where Chad is literally compromising his principles and his paper to out Lady Whistleblower. So what? Stephanie can sit there and give him a stern talking to? It's kind of dumb. Ed, let me tell you something about Nina. Let me let me tell you something about Nina. I will want okay. I mean that's cool, Ryan. Listen, I'm not knocking it. I'm just not just saying that's how I feel about it. You know, I feel that I am honestly tell you the truth, getting sick and tired of every single person coming out the workworks to sit there and judge some like Sasha is so out of pocket. Sasha is I mean, like Sasha, you haven't been married to Michael. You don't know what it's like to sit there and be married to Michael. You are not his wife. And it's really annoying to sit there and watch people sit from the sidelines judging you and critiquing you on how bad you handle your marriage. They don't like boo, you weren't living her life. So why don't you sit there and stay in your life instead of sitting there just oh, I'm his friend. Okay, well, you know what? She was married to him. So maybe there's sides to him you didn't sit there and get to see. So how dare you sit there and judge her? That's my issue with Sasha. It's like I get it. You want to sit there and say that that his friends should sit there and be defending him and stuff like that, but eh, I feel like it's judging, Ryan. I feel like it's judging. You don't know the whole story. You are in the. Well, Catley, here's the thing. GH fan keeps bringing it up, so I'm not going to sit there and change my stance on it. Um. Anyway, I'm answering GH's question now. The stance is pretty much going to be nearly the same. Um. As says Nina and Drew sleeping together needs to come out. Nina was the MVP. Yes. You know, here's my thing. I'm getting kind of sick and tired of Nina, and it's like here's the thing. I'm happy that Nina doesn't back down from Carly. I'm happy that Nina doesn't back down from Carly because Carly is not somebody to be afraid of. Ava used to be like that. Um, Ava used to be like that, but I'm tired of Nina always sitting there pushing the blame on. Okay, that's good, Francis. Like Nina wants to sit there and blame everything on Drew. Drew is the reason why her marriage got blown apart. Drew's like, yo, listen, they had cracks in their marriage way before I came in the situation, and that's the truth. Darby says Nina can be a bit of a diss at times, but she sure can be a good person when it counts. She's only human like the rest of us. It's kind of a stretch, but okay. But yeah, she keeps sitting there rushing into situations. And I'm like, this is exactly why Tracy was like, you're not going to sit there and waste, anyone's time or my money sitting there going on a wild goose chase. Um, as is Albert, as for both for Drew and Nina, I'm over them arguing about the same thing. I am too, but I'm also just over Nina sitting there. W says, what do you mean judge? Judging. Exactly what Sasha was there doing, judging the situation that she wasn't a part of. Being all mad and pissy like Willow was the one that cheated on her. What do you consider loyalty? I I don't know. I would have to really sit there and think about that. But like, my stance still stands on it. Okay. Lucas was out of pocket for coming at Willow. Sasha was out of pocket for coming at Willow. They need to sit there and stay in their lane and understand, hey, you know what? Listen, marriages go south sometimes. It's unfortunate, and that's my cousin, that's my friend, or my nephew, whatever. But I'm not gonna sit there and come at her sideways because I wasn't in that marriage. I don't know the whole story. That's the thing. People love to do that because they react out of emotions. This is Judge Albert Counts. This is Judge Albert Counts of Human Decency. What? I'm just saying, like I'm over it. I'm so over it, you know. So I stand on that. This is Judge Albert, Court of Human Decency. Court of Human Decency. Deluxe says, so will Valentine help Michael get to the burn clinic that Ava was in? Yes. And running Sunny and rerunning Sunny and Jace will help in some kind of way. They brought that up. Yeah, you stand on a lot of I I stand on a lot of wrong is based off of what? Based off of what? Gorgeous Queen Janet. Johnson says Judge Albert is that yes it is. How are you doing tonight, Janet? I hope you had a lovely day. Ryan says you're talking about these hypothetical things of how they don't know how Michael really was in the marriage when they all know. Everyone is aware of the mistakes that Michael made. Knowing it and living it is two different things. Knowing it and living it is two different things. I can sit there and blast everything out. Doesn't mean that you actually live with me and knew me like that. Catley says everything's coming out your gaslighting mouth. Catley, I don't think I've ever gaslighted once, so hmm, I don't know what you're talking about. Blackmon says Judge Albert, so this is the drop and give me 20. Yep. As says both Drew and Nina have their own agendas involving Willow, and they both act like Willow can't speak for herself. They say they love her, but they both want her to see them as good people. Oh, in a good light. Jenna says all good. Jude is great. I think Finn is Luna's dad. I think they're gonna do that. I mean, I know that they sat there and they said Jack, but that would be a good fake out though. Okay, Brenda. Okay, Brenda. But yes, no, I do think that I want it to be Jack because I feel like if it's aren't they family though? No, 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 but Janet, aren't they family? Finn. Oh, they're not adopt. They're. Oh yeah, then they're not. Oh, I guess they. But that would be so weird though, because even if they're not biologically, yeah, but that's what I'm sitting there saying, Janet. But yes, no, you should. Because you're hot. Sexy as hell. What are you talking about? Damn right you should take that. But that exactly, yeah, exactly, Jen. They're cousins. They're adopted cousins, but like, I mean, Finn would still sit there and think of Poppy as Aunt Poppy. So like that would still just be so, you know. Yes, as she that's what I'm saying. She's another person that keeps jumping in shit that don't involve her. I'm gonna sit there and be honest. Part of me is like I'm enjoying this Michael stuff because we have so much to sit there and talk about, right? But honestly, to tell you the truth, I really cannot wait until into Michael's is off my damn screen because everyone is not there running to his rescue, like And again, I stand on business when it comes towards Michael, you know. And I'm going to sit there and say some things that's going to upset people. Oh my god. Janice says, but hey, they hooked up. I know. It'd be so weird though. It's like you're hooking up with somebody you consider an aunt, you know? Yeah, and that's another thing, Jonathan. They didn't even try to write him off. LA, you stop it. You stop it. Amada says, I'm not gonna lie, Willow cooked Sasha and she cooked her so goddamn lovely. She was like, oh, so now that you can't sit there and hook up with your cousin anymore, I guess you're circling the drain back to Michael. I was like, ooh, who is this new Willow? Because I am loving this chick. No, no, Lorby. Jenna is giving a theory that they hooked up. Like you hooked up with Aunt Poppy though, like how are you gonna sit there and say, yo, guys, fellas, I hooked up with my aunt? I mean, technically we ain't blood, but like still, like what? You should be. They are getting close, Deluxe. I want to understand, Deluxe. I want to understand how did Lucky find out about How did Lucky find out? Like, how did Lucky actually get onto what you call this trail? Cyrus's trail. And says Carly was out of pocket because she's warning Willow on how she can be when it comes to that little intimidation BS. Like I'm so listen, I like Carly, but I was so annoyed with her ass, if we're gonna be honest. She sits there and she tries to act like she's just super chuff chick. Let me tell you something. How did you get back your hotel? Because she kept bragging about that. Oh, Jason gave her the money. How did she get out the RICO charges? Oh, Jack saved her. How did she not go to jail? Oh, Drew saved her. But yet she wants to constantly act like she's on this, oh, I'm Wonder Woman BS. Get the f out of here. Ryan says a part of me wants what happened to Michael to happen to you, but not the burning, the betrayal. I'm not saying that to be mean, but you're being a dick and unfairly blaming him. Well, one, yes, I am a dick, Ryan. Two, clearly you are taking this shit a little bit too seriously if you are wishing some sort of bad juju on me because I'm crapping on a fictional character. See, there's a fine line between a fan and a fanatic. You know what side you're actually going on right now? Oh, we know exactly that came from Laura B. That came from emotion. And see, if I was a different person, I would gladly sit there and curse this person out. but I don't think I need to. Oh, you think? Mm. As says, I remember when Devon from YNR hooked up with his aunt that he found out that they weren't blood. Yeah, but did he? Ed, did he know that that was his aunt? Thank you, Francis. I appreciate that. I mean, yeah, and that's putting it mildly. Ryan, trust me, you're gonna have to try a lot harder to sit there and hurt my feelings, especially since we're talking about fictional characters. Um, yeah, that's some wild shit. But that seems like that's the YNR and B&B way. So anyway, what? Oh, you were trying to make a point. Ryan, trust me, tonight you don't want me to sit there and try to make a point. So let's just kind of move on from that. It says, Francis says, what do you think happens next now that Claire knows Jordan is in town? Well, I think I think the best way to sit there and get to Claire is to hurt Kyle. Oh, Ryan, no, listen, I'm good. Um, but I thought about that today though. Cause I'm like, kidnapping her would just be like we've been there, we did that. I mean, I don't see her being able to get away with it again. As says the as says Devon knew because she came to town asking for the Winters family's help, and she told them she was family. Wow. You know, again, here's the thing. I still remember when I sat there and I was like, you know what? At first, I was okay with Bill. I was okay with Bill and Luna hooking up, but then I was like, oh wait, Bill looked at her as a father figure. I mean, looked at her as a daughter. So Johnson says, "Do you think Sarah? Or do you think Sarah will tell Xander about the fake letter?" No, but I think when he finds out, he's gonna be pissed. He is going to be pissed. I mean, his thing, right? I get it, but you definitely do kind of go a little OD on these fictional characters. Which is, listen, it's fine by me. I mean, well, to an extent, but just understand that I can always sit there and handle things a different way. I'm just choosing not to. Because for me, it's fun. Um, but no, I think yeah, just in time for Gwen to return. Yeah, but see, that's the thing though, Jonathan. Here's the thing. I feel he's going to be upset with. I think he's going to be upset with Sarah, but I don't think he's going to like. leave Sarah, you know? Oh, you mean today, right? Citra. Huh? Oh no, it's fine, Ryan. It's water under the bridge at this point. Shit. Just understand, Ryan. I'm going to continue to be a dick from time to time. So, but no, I kind of forgot about that. That's yeah. It's fine, Ron. It's cool. I appreciate it, but I'm good. Um, as says, I think Sarah's not going to say anything because she made it her mission. See, to this day, I will never get that relationship. I will never get that relationship. Like when you have to sit there and what did she sit there and say? Keep him in line? But no, Ryan, just to sit there and clarify it, Ryan, it's I'm good. One, I've heard worse, and I'm still here. Two, if I ain't curse you out, then I'm pretty much over it. Three, I'm going to continue to be a dick. So this is something that you should know. As long as you understand that, we're good. What's good, Tracy Steves? Yeah, I mean, would that be like the definition of um would that just be considered like toxic in a sense? See, Tracy knows what I'm thinking right now. Tracy knows what I'm thinking when I read that comment. But I was gonna sit there and say, see, see, Tracy knows. I wrote so much. Johan, what's good, Johan? No, right, we good. So you know, it caught me off guard, right, when I heard you on Sunday. It caught me off guard. That's right, Francis. Cheers. I mean, I don't know. I'm still, it's weird because I'm still processing it in a sense. It's like I'm processing that. I'm processing Drake Hogan who passed away. It's a lot of processing. As says Xander and Sarah used to be fun, but Sarah never listened to Maggie when she told her how to be with a man. No. But see, here's the thing. Even if she didn't listen, it's like Xander once sat there and said, you wanted the bad boy. You wanted the bad boy, so you got the bad boy. Like, I mean, that's kind of. I don't know if I want to go that far. I don't know if I want to go that far, but she definitely like, you know. But the thing is, Francis, you know what it's. Uh, it's hard, and I've seen Kyrie's had the same reaction to me. When you hear somebody's passing, it's one thing to hear somebody's passing when you're just kind of, I don't know, eating or watching something or whatever, because you have a few seconds to sit there and process it, right? Wink, wink, what's good, wink? When you are doing a live stream and you hear that, it's it's very few things that throw me off balance. That's something that kind of throws me off balance a little bit, because it's just like you don't have time to really sit there and just kind of sit with that. And that's something that I noticed in Kairisha's stream when he was year 2000. I watched it in the year 2000, Ryan. I remember that because I used to watch One Life to Live, 1998. That's the thing, Motorhead. It's like you just kind of you're sitting there and you're like part of you wants to sit there and take a minute just to process it, but you're also just like doing the live stream. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's not to sit there and say I couldn't just like if I was really emotionally upset, I couldn't just stop it. But like Blackman said, that yep, I did. I did, Ryan. I don't remember what grade I was, but yeah, I did watch it when I was in high school. Actually, I watched it when I was in 11th grade. Um, yeah, or maybe it was 10th. I don't know, but I do remember watching it. It was like the middle of 10th. I remember. Thank you, Francis. Hit that like button. I am 41. Ugh, that makes me sound so old. 41. Hell, if I remember how old I was when I started watching it, though. But I know it was in high school. Yeah. For instance, were you a super senior? No, I was not. Tracy says 41 is not old. Every day is a blessing. Yeah. You know what they say? Sometimes hindsight is like 2020, though. Thank you, Francis. Um, thank you, Ryan. I appreciate that. Oh wow, are we really that long on the likes? I wonder if my gorgeous queen actually hit the dislike button. Oh, oh, okay, cool. We got 18. Okay, that's getting up there. Oof, Jesus Christ, how do you people actually listen to my voice? You're just a little old. Thank you, Darby. No, I don't know if I actually. I don't remember what I was like when I was 30. I remember what I was like when I was in my mid 20s. No, but I do appreciate the compliment. Thank you. Ra, Ron says, but you're not old because Nikish Moore is going to tear you apart. You're too slow for her. Also, you have a heart failure, meaning heartbroken. Oh, Ron. Gorgeous Queen Jess is in the chat. Thank you, Blackman. I'm glad you joined my life too. Seriously, I am. You're awesome. I always do appreciate and very glad to always see you. God damn. Thank you, Ron. And it says, Albert, I'm glad that Philip and Stephanie are over, but he wasn't wrong in calling her out. That's true. I mean, you had a dream about somebody. How do you go back from that? Seriously, I want you to think about that. Like, can you imagine if you were dating somebody and Tracy said this is off subject, but were you? Yes. Actually, tell you the truth, I do. Yeah, because I do actually have the paperwork, so it's just a matter of the fee and everything like that to get the process done. But yes, I do actually want to do that though. And it's funny too, Tracy, because I actually have the paperwork in my living room. So once I get the fee taken care of, I I want to go to Cancun. That's why I plan on going. Wing says you have dreams about people you tell us. Yes, I do. Just said GH is a joke. You were right in your review when you said all they did was suspend Liz. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, Liz and her crew got to solve the problems on their own. Exactly. And not getting paid. And not getting paid for that too. Tracy said, take the 15 to 20 minutes to do everything is easier than you think. Well, the the paperwork part isn't really the issue is it's pretty much the processing fee that I have to work on. Wing says do not drink the water in Cancun. Yeah, no, I wasn't planning on it. Any water from any country that I go to moving forward after I get this passport this year is going to be bought. Okay, that shit is going to be coming from a bottle. Yeah, no, Francis. Ron says, is Danny Bear Phoenix going to be in the trip with you? No. Tracy says, how much is the fee at this time? 160. 160. So it's not a lot, but it's still just like balancing everything with bills and then on top of that, trying to save some money for that. But yeah, no, exactly, Tracy. It's like 165, yeah. Hmm. But that's what I'm planning on. That's what I plan on doing, Tracy. Is the 160, yeah. Darby, they don't even have secure. Do they have security footage? Ooh, yeah, Francis. No, there is two countries I do want to go to, but that is see the Cancun thing. That's going to be they're charging 160 for regular mail. Yeah, the Cancun thing is for a bachelor party. If I do go, um, but my dream places is going to be London or Japan. Is there any scenes on soaps that made you cry or at least tear up? Yeah, Ryan, but I'm not really comfortable talking about it now because then it will just probably just make me just you know. But it's, Ryan, it's rare. It's rare. Like rare, like an aurora borealis kind of rare. I'll tell you this much, Ryan. I've seen more scenes on This Is Us that has got me to that point than any soap opera. Soap operas don't generally tend to do it. It's rare when it does. But yeah. This is us. That's something a little different. As says, I've seen Drew going to use his daughter again to get closer to Willow because in the promo he's saying his daughter can. Mm, Tracy, This Is Us is a very good show. I My whole thing is, Tracy. I tell you this much though. Like you can't always watch it at certain times though. My gorgeous queen cat lady. He wants to go to Japan for more cold noodles. I'm sure. Cat lady, you stop it. See, that's another goal I'm gonna sit there and have this year is yeah, Wink, yeah, me too. Not that I generally like something talking about times that I've cried, but like Wink, yeah, the first I'll tell you this much, the first season, the second season, not the third season, the fourth season at one episode, and then after that you're kind of just used to it. Like the last season didn't do anything for me. Um Just his shows don't really make me either. It's rare. It's rare. This Is Us is an exception. Wayne said this is a safe place. I mean, yeah, it's just, you know, um, I don't know. I have my reasons for why I'm not talking about specific scenes, but like, um, This Is Us is a rare exception. Like soap operas don't really do it for me. People have said, and again, I don't knock anyone that sits there and cries on the soap opera, watching the soap opera episode. But for me personally, I feel that they exaggerate a lot, right? They exaggerate a lot. Remember Oscar's death? Remember when Drew picked Oscar up and decided to take him to the hospital because the ambulance was taking too long? Even a scene like that seemed like it was sad, him doing that was just so extra and over the top. Well, that's true, Wink. I mean, I mean, that's true, Wink. I gotta sit there and keep my street cred. Ron says, "Why don't you tell your story if a family?" Ron, I don't know why, but I just start bursting laughing just at the very beginning of that sentence. Johnson says, "I guess Lee will get the DNA test tomorrow. If not tomorrow, it's gonna be sometime this week. I don't know if it'll be tomorrow, but." Darby says, "So let me get this straight, Albert. You want to go to Cancun for a bachelor party, then go back to America for a wedding, then go somewhere else crazy for your honeymoon." Albert is, well, no. Albert is daddy big bucks. Well, I mean, I live in America. Darby, I don't think that sentence really makes a lot of sense. Hold on. Ryan says 2000 was such a great year for you to start watching soaps. That's general. Yeah. Um, yeah, I did like General Hospital in the early 2000s. Jonathan, I feel like if you remind me of that too. No, Ryan, I'm not. I'm not engaged. I'm not engaged. Um, AB, just admit you're trying to be a passport bro. No. Yeah. Well, okay, Dory. I'm going for somebody else's bachelor party. Somebody else is getting married, and I'm going to their bachelor party. I'm sorry, I didn't actually say. Okay, I'm going to somebody else's bachelor party. Um. No, 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 right? No, I didn't. I didn't actually explain it too well. Don't even have a passport to be a passport bro. No, I don't. No, Jonathan, I want to go to Vegas though. I really want to go to Vegas. I really want to go to Vegas. As said, GH has no security and Sunny has no guards watching Michael. This must be. Yeah, it's actually really funny. If I remember this, Ed, I'm going to use this tomorrow. Can somebody sit there and tell me why Lucas didn't sit there and say anything to the parents, to Carly or Sonny about somebody just almost unaliving their son, his nephew? No, nope, 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 nope. Yeah, I want to go to Vegas. I mean, I want to go to Vegas, spend a bunch of money, gambling and lose, but it didn't make sense. It's funny, Ryan. I did actually read that comment. I'm sorry I didn't get back to you. Sometimes it's hard to get back to comments, but I get that. Here's the thing, though. So Jay's fan says maybe Lucas wanted all the facts before telling them. But see, that's my whole thing now. Did they beef up security? But that's the thing though. Did they beef up security right afterwards? Johnson says and the Vegas magic shows. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna sit there and put that on my list of places to go. I still do want to go to London though. Yeah, I think that'll be the second place I go. Cat lady is so goddamn sassy. Cat lady, you know what that sentence reads? That I have my work cut out to straighten you out. We straighten you out. I'm gonna have my work cut out for you. Okay, Brenda. Okay, Brenda. Okay, Mrs. Brenda Barrett. Oh, okay. Well, it is a place I do want to go though. I mean, I also want to go to London though too. Wink says he's on Cameron's payroll, not Frank. Oh, Wink. God damn, Wink. Hey, listen, Ava needs to stop running around town sitting there acting super entitled. Laura B, let me tell you something. I have my work cut out for me as far as straightening out Cat Lady. What's going to happen this year, though? Okay? I'm sure a good time on Long Island, Franks and beans and some other stuff is on the menu. Brian says everyone in the chat, Albert is going. Jesus Christ, Ron. Ron says everyone in the chat. Albert Bostic is going to the swingers club. He's not going to be in another country. He's going to get deported. No, went long. No, Long Island is cold for showing her around and making sure that cat lady has a good time. Okay, I'm gonna be very respectful, Wink. Dory says not everyone who goes to other countries use a passport, Albert. They just need a proper. Oh no, I got that. But yeah, you're right. The Rogers actually. So I'm not going to another country. I'm going to a swingers club. Exactly, Laura B. You know how respectful I can actually be. See, see, when you no, respectful is being respectful. Like, what are you talking about? Ryan says, I do want to get back to the topic about people standing up for Michael. Is your issue that they stand up for him, period? Or they stand up for him, but he doesn't stand up for himself? A little bit of both. A little bit of both. I didn't skip your. You're in my. Yes. Yes, you are, cat lady. Yes. I still have your Cash App name, cat lady. And by the way, this is cat lady being a diva. This is cat lady being a diva. Darby, don't you start. Have a good night, Francis. It was really great to see you. Ron, I'm so confused. At first, you you asked me this question, then you were asking me about me being in a swingers club. What the? Uh, I love cat lady. Ron says, so Albert, why would you tell your story if a family sue you for wrongful deaths lawsuit? You're trying to incriminate yourself. Why not just plead the fifth? Because public perception matters. Ron says, aren't you offended by the fact that people keep calling you Diddy? Seems a lot worse than what I said, even if they were joking. No. No. It's actually funny, Ryan. No. I don't know why, but and don't get me wrong, Ryan. Your your comment didn't really offend me. It was just more like your comment made me want to sit there and bring you back to reality. Like there's a difference. Um and Cat Lady's is pretty hot, so she has a little bit more leeway. Wing says anything goes. Of course, he's not offended. Well, to an extent. I mean, to be fair, Wayne, GH fan did kind of go a little off the rails. Um, but I didn't curse GH fan out. So Wayne says he got baby oil. I saw it. I don't, but I'll never need a baby oil. Um, Jess, I'd rather not sit there and say it because it was one of those things where GH fans said it out of anger. I don't know why I looked up. Kelly, I don't know why I looked out there. That's true, Darby. I do. Just says how no Albert looked vanilla as. Wait, Jess, what does that mean? I look vanilla as F. It says Albert GH staff. GH has staff die, get attacked, secret rooms. Kiefer's dad shooting up the hospital, and this hospital never takes measures. But I'm just surprised he never took any measures today. I mean, this time. But no, Darby. I mean, no, Jess. It was just Ryan says, I appreciate you didn't curse me out. It was a thoughtless comment I made, and I should have used my words better to make a point. You know, Ryan, it's totally fine. I wasn't. Here's the thing. I wasn't mad, but I did sit there and think I can either curse you out or I can just bring you to reality. So, but honestly, to tell you the truth, Ryan, listen, it's water under the bridge. I've heard worse. Debbie says she's calling you a nerd to your face. How? Elliot says, as a white rabbit. Okay. I feel I feel like Cat Lady I feel like Jess said something that Cat Lady understood. Oh, oh. No. Ryan, I could just curse somebody out just to be a dick. Oh. I didn't think about that. I didn't think about that. Vanilla equals well, first of all, I am a villain. Okay? Don't get that shit twisted. Okay? I'm just saying wink wink. I still run these streets, okay? Put some goddamn respect on my name. See, this is why like I can't uh I love it, Black Man. Ooh, what? What did she say? Jess says, man, you don't run nothing. And Cat Lady said, what streets? Okay, first of all, y'all acting like y'all know who I am. I love Cat Lady. Like a freezer type of villain. Yes, Metalhead. Yes, exactly. Johnson says, do you think Sefri's plan would succeed or backfire? You know the sad thing is, Jonathan, I can see it succeeding. I can see Carter being so enamored with Daphne that not only would he sit there and break up with Hope or find some sort of way for them to break up, but I feel like Daphne will sit there and convince Carter to give the company back to um to the Forsters, which is stupid, but Oh, see, Ryan, now you see why I don't sit there and take some of this stuff too seriously. And Darby says Sesame Street is too okay. Y'all just y'all just don't know. Y'all just don't know. I mean, let's put it this way. I was so mean and so much of a villain that Ryan called me mean. Oh, actually, you called me mean twice, but yes. You know, cat lady, you're something else. I made a whole post that they confessing my undying love and all this sass. Duan says hashtag Lee was right. Wink says you're the nicest live streamer on YouTube. Wink, I am a full blown villain. Okay? Do you understand that I'm like the Thanos of soap opera commentators. Like I just snap my goddamn fingers. Who knows what's gonna happen? Darby, you stop it. Just says, where's TJ at? Well, he's not on contract. I know that much. Oh, I like that, Wink. I give you that. Johnson says, what did you think of Tracy not letting Martin take the kids? I thought she was ODing, but I also do. Here's the thing, though, Jonathan. I do feel this was life imitating art. Remember the conversation we was having before about her health problems? Because I feel like that was like a foreshadowing thing. And I feel like that's why she was going so hard on keeping those kids. You just sat. I want you to think about that. But that's the thing, though, Jess. Tracy wasn't there complaining about the kids running around and making noise and breaking shit. But now she's all like, "Oh, I'm gonna defend um Michael's kids to the death, and I don't care if I'm being illegal. I'm just gonna sit there and be all rich and everything." I'm like, "Oh, I'm so gonna straighten your ass out, cat lady." I love you, but I am so gonna sit there and straighten your ass out. Ryan said TJ's. No, actually, Ryan says TJ's on contract. I heard that TJ was okay. Is he on contract? I heard he's not on contract anymore. Oh, okay. Maybe I was wrong. Okay, no, I'm just gonna sit there and blame the alcohol at this point. Okay, well, thank you, Ed, for um. No, I could have swore somebody said that he wasn't on contract. Thank you, Ed. Did you just gaslight me? I shouldn't have said the way I said. All right, listen, it's all good, right? Listen. I'm laughing. I'm over it. Like I'm so past it. Um, that's good. That's good. Hmm, she's good. I don't even actually have a comeback line. Like I don't even actually have a comeback line for that contract. Oh, okay. Whoa, what's good, Kaiwan? Ron says hashtag. Albert Bostic Allure. Ron, you really do you really do think that all Albert Bostics are like what? I'm gonna have to look this up because the problem is it says that he's currently still can be considered on he was confirmed to be placed on contract in 2022. Ryan, it's all good. You don't even have to sit and explain it. All right, Ryan. Listen, if I forgot it, then you don't need to keep bringing it up. Ryan says Albert Bostic, Bad Boy Records, P Diddy. I can see where you're coming from now. Earlier says when they made Molly on contract, they said TJ went to recurring this year. Well, 2024. Okay, so maybe I'm getting my information wrong then. Darby says Albert is a man of strong opinions, but at the end of the day, he's a good person when it counts. He talks like his heart is chocolate, but at the core, Albert is all vanilla, like Jess said. Darby, don't you let Jess, don't you let Jess corrupt you, okay? Jess already corrupted Cat Lady, okay? And then Cat Lady corrupted sweet innocent Kyrie's. So Darby, don't you Jess, you're awesome. But you did corrupt Cat Lady though. I know Cat Lady, but you know, she corrupted you though. Cat Lady was never this sassy until Jess started being sassy. As says Albert side note, I noticed that GH has a black actress now. I never actually counted them, but I mean I don't know what to sit there and say to that. Darby says that is not true, Darby. Duane says Albert Bostic is like Irish Clark. They try to be mean, but they just are. Duane, I am very mean. Okay, I am mean. I'm a villain. I'm hardcore. Okay, I run these streets. Hell out of here. I don't understand how Cat Lady gets to that point. What? Just says he drunk. Wow. Mm-mm-mm. Black one says, all right, somebody say, I can't. uh, Part of me is there just looking at all these comments and I'm just like, what, what were we originally talking about again? What? Ron says Jess and Cat Lady. Albert Bostic fit in that red. I don't even know how to respond to that. Ryan says I like to see day one where you drop the villain thing and share your real opinions of the show as a fan because I think you play up the villain thing for laughs and to cause controversy. Hmm. You know, Ryan, I never actually looked at it like that. You know, Darby, here's the thing. I started watching that show, and then I realized it was like a kid show. I only watched the first episode, and then I kind of just stopped. I don't know. I like Star Wars, but I just can't get into the whole, the kids part. But I did actually give it a try, though. That's right. That's right, people. I love Cat Lady, and she just called me Elmer fucking Fudd. Are you serious? Barry said there are Albert real. These are Albert real fans. Well, I mean, there's nothing to say to Darby. I mean, like, I'm just a hardcore villain. I mean, No, here's the thing, Ryan. You know what? I do get that. I listen, Ryan. I get it. I'm not saying you're wrong. Yeah, Duane, Cat Lady, the woman who I said that I loved like 5,000 times throughout this goddamn stream, called me Elmer Fudd. Ruby says, Pain, you know my Magneto. So, okay, see, that I respect, Darby. That I respect. Call me Elmer goddamn Fudd. Ron says, you were laughing at EJ Tally. I don't remember me laughing. No, I don't think I was laughing at 6 o'clock in the morning. It says, real question is, will GH give Elizabeth rise because if she's not better, she better not get back to Rick. She better get Rick to get her. Oh, this is real question is, will GH give Elizabeth a raise because if she's not better, get Rick to get her. Well, yeah, because Jess is a millennial. Just like she didn't know what Tetris was. Yeah, that's right. Jessica Love didn't know what Tetris was. I want y'all to sit there and think about that for a hot minute. Because I remember listening to saying, I was sitting there playing Tetris, and Jess was like, "What's Tetris?" Did she really just sit there and say what Tetris was? I said Jess. That's the aqua talking. That's not my fault. Um, Darby, don't give her that pass. Don't do that. I can already sit there and see that you're under Cat Lady and Jess's spell. Don't do that. Ron says, Albert, stop lying. You don't love Cat Lady because you don't know the meaning of love. A player and a waffler trying to drag her like playing housewife. She is Nikisha Moore, your toy. She's that was good. That was there's so many messed up parts in that whole sentence. I'm sorry, there's so many messed up parts in that whole sentence. That was good. Have a night, Lorby. That was good. Oh, wow. Johnson says now Albert is dealing with a bunch of rascally. That was good. That was good. That might have been the funniest shit that I think I've seen. I'm pretty sure Nikisha is going to be so happy when she comes back to this chat and be like, what in the hell is this man Ron? Have a night, Lorby. Lorby says it's not like that, Albert. Why do you assume that my opinions are given to me by my extremely hot ladies? Are you calling me a male Willow? No. I don't think you want me to know. I don't think you want me to sit there and tell you what I am calling you, though. Have a good night, Dolomedics. I'm sorry. What's good, Dolomedics? Ron says, "Where's Nikisha Moore? She's still in your closet." No, that's Danny Bear. Danny Bear's in my closet. Remember, Ron was sent to saying that I kidnapped Danny Bear 87, which I didn't. But oh, Dory says a false friend. I don't. What do you mean a false friend? Dory says not my own mind. Dory, I'm just not just saying that you've been corrupted by Catholic. Ron says Albert Nikisha Moore is at Phoenix Jermaine's house. When does she get time to come to your chat? Oh, you're right, Ron. I forgot you said that I wasn't man enough and that I need it's so hard to sit there and say some of this shit when I was laughing. That I need Viagra. Is that right, Ron? Jesus Christ, Ron. You are Dolomitics. You should have been here earlier. She was oh thank you, Ron. Viagra, yeah, I need that. Because it's not like I don't actually have a really high libido. Haley says you need some milk. No, apparently I need Viagra. Although that's the last thing that I need. But let me tell you what I do need to do though. I do need to sit there and straighten you out. That's what I need to do. Ryan said there's something I've been wanted to ask you since last Tuesday. You've been wanting Michael to stand up for himself, but you criticize him for stealing Drew's company. Michael just can't win. Well, I mean, stealing somebody's company is like okay, that's fine, but like, I mean, he stole your girl, he stole your wife. You could take Viagra with milk. Oh, that's good. Oh, well, glad you answered that one. Johnson says while the CW is turning back on its long-time audience. NBC is putting out interesting stuff. Next month, you should check out the previews for the hunting games. And Suits LA was Stephen about the hunting games. Okay, I'm gonna have to type. Do they have a preview of that, Jonathan? The hunting games? Because I'm sitting there thinking, right? I'm thinking of Hunger Games. Ron says, Albert, at least with Finch Tremaine indication more, he's gonna lose weight. Okay, I don't know how to answer that one. Oh, you saw it? Oh, okay, okay, Dolomex. The hunting party. Okay, okay. Ron says, I think that stealing a company causes more permanent damage than punching Drew in the face, which is what you wanted Michael to do. Well, I wouldn't sit there and say, here's the thing, Ryan. I wouldn't sit there and say I wanted him to resort to violence. If he did resort to violence, I would be fine with it, but I wouldn't want him to resort to violence. See, my whole thing is, Ryan, when you sit there and you flex and you sit there and say, like, oh, I took his company. Well, which one is worse? Taking somebody's company or taking somebody's wife? Because I think taking somebody's wife is a whole lot worse. That's just my 2 cents. Okay, the hunting part. Okay, I'm gonna have to sit there and check that out, Jonathan. Ron says, "Are we sure this is Albert Bostic or is this a look-alike doppelganger?" That's good. That is good. Wow. Ron, you got me confused right now. I don't know, Chad. Is this really Albert Bostic? Ryan says Michael hasn't really done that though. Yes, he has a few people. Yes, he told a few people, but it's not like he's going around saying, "Hey, I sold your company." I know, no, he didn't do that. He didn't do that. I'm just not just saying, if you want to sit there and flex, I feel like I will be on the losing end. I would much rather take somebody's woman than take somebody's company. Cat Lady is a very beautiful, smart, and intelligent and insightful woman. It's one of the many reasons why I love her. Ron says, Albert, don't tell Nikisha Moore I said that she's over at Phoenix Tremaine's. Don't worry, Ron. I will keep that between me, you, and anybody else that's going to forget about this conversation. No. I mean, listen, you took his company. That's cool. You know, hey, you took your wife, you took his company. That's something. That's fighting back. I mean, yeah, Callie, sometimes I talk with my hands. I mean, that's. See, now Callie is going to make me subconscious. She's going to make me very subconscious about doing that. Or whatever that word is that I can't think of. Like I wasn't even aware that I do that, and now she's gonna sit there and make me very subconscious about that. Oh, I love that woman. Duane says Steffi is about to take a woman. Is about to take a woman in a company. What? And it says Albert is So it's a matter of time before Chad and Kat get together, but people in Salem gotta stop acting like exactly like their own ish don't stink. Exactly. Everybody says, okay, let your true self happen. Okay, Brenda Barrett. Because you know what? Brenda, your Brenda Barrett side have been coming out for a while. Diva, sassy, wilding out. Okay, you just need to be straightened up now. That's all. Brian says so that contradicts your weak and pathetic narrative about Michael. Say it, Michael is not weak and pathetic. Never, never. Come on, Ryan. You know how I'm going to sit there and respond. Why would you ask me in a different way? Exactly, Dolomitics. I don't submit. I don't submit. You know what? You know who I am? Exactly, cat lady. I do not submit, Ryan. See, Dolomite, Ryan's going to sit there and make me turn into one of those people where I sit there and say, you know who I am? Not even to your fiance. Okay, I gotta think about that one. That's actually a good question. That's good. That's slick. I didn't see that shit coming. Ryan says Albert missed his girl Connie Vaninsky, cat lady. Oh, I know. I know. Cat lady, that comment was for you. I listen, I still have his other comment that is my screensaver. Well, not my screen. I screenshot it. I'm gonna use that every time that I'm having a really rotten day at work, just to make me laugh. Oh, also that comment involves you too, cat lady. So yeah, exactly. I miss a woman that would sit there and spit in my drink. Ugh. Darby says, "Are they still doing Days of Our Lives Beyond Salem, or are they?" Darby, I gotta look into that because actually, I did actually like Beyond Salem, but the sad thing is, Darby, that we all know. Oh, I'll send it to you. It was something along the lines of me flirting with you because I can't actually phrase it in the way that what you call it did. But Ron was like, Albert, you keep giving advances to Cat Lady or something. See, I don't have his comedic timing, but I'll send you the comment though. It's actually pretty funny. And you read it one time too, but it's actually pretty funny though. And it says Albert lucky on the right path with Cyrus, but he still needs a connection. I'm just wondering how he actually got on that path in the first place, though. Well, yes, Jonathan. And to be fair, it seems like that it seems like they're trying to make I was gonna say cat lady. It seems like they're trying to make Carrie a villain, but Carrie is not a villain. Twice I was about to sit there and say cat lady. But Carrie's not a villain though. I love cat lady. Ryan says, I will say that I think that Michael doesn't defend himself that much because deep down, he doesn't want to react like Carly and Sonny so he goes on the extra opposite side of. Hmm. As says, hopefully this leads to Lucky becoming a cop again so Cheese can get his character off being Lucky 2.0. Why Lucky 2.0 though? Larry says, I thought what you and Cat Lady adventures were this chat soap opera within a soap opera. Oh, no, Darby. I'm gonna have to sit there and straighten her out in real life, Darby. When she comes over and, take her out and show her a good time. And, oh, Luke. Oh, my bad. I mean, I get that. I get that, Ryan. I just. Let me ask you a question, Ryan. Oh, actually, never mind. I gotta think of the question more thoroughly. Oh, shit. I can see that, but again, listen, like Jess said, her ass needs to sit there and go back to sleep for a little bit longer. Johnson says we need Orpheus back. I mean, it's a temporary band-aid, and I would take that. Yes, Ed, I am drinking Moscato, which is actually pretty low, so I'm gonna have to go out tomorrow and get some more. But of course, Cat Lady calls it Kool-Aid, but I don't know. I like Moscato. I don't know. It's good. It's nice. It's sweet. And even though I'm mean as hell, I like my sweet drink sometimes. There we go. There we go. There we go. There goes that diva side of her that I love so much. Every says, do you have different flavors of Moscato? I tried them. I kind of like to stick to the ones that like. This one has been the best so far. As says, I like Long Island iced tea. I do too. Long Island iced tea will fuck you up after a while. I mean, I think I have a better tolerance now, but Long Island iced tea used to fuck me up. Like Ryan says, I will say that it sucks that right now. It sucks that right when Michael starts to fight back, Willow, the fire happened. Well, I would sit there and say this much, Ryan, and not that I'm going to give Michael a compliment. But what sucks right now is that right when Michael's story is getting good and actually interesting, the actor steps back. It's like just when we're getting stuff going, that's when it's I say two to my limit because when you get three, you will be done. Yeah, yeah, that's true. Now you get a hangover the next day, and I can't do a hangover. Like I mean, I can't. I think it's usually I work the next day, so. Oh, was I? You know, Ryan, I don't remember me doing that. Was I drinking? I might have been drinking. Kelly says, well, when Frank pays you this week, you can send my birthday gift. uh, I love this woman so much. You know, it's funny. I'm always going to say how much I love my gorgeous Queen Cat Lady. And Cat Lady is always not there being sassy. Oh, you're right. I did say that, Ryan. You're right. I did sit there and say that. You got me on that one, Ryan. You got me on that one. Oh, yeah, no, you're still there. LA says, and I'm always saying how I would love for Albert to be on the same team side. Like, here's the thing, though, Cat Lady. If I was always on the same side as you don't think that I would bore you? I mean, Cat Lady, don't you like a little bit of a little back and forth challenge kind of, exchange of ideas? You're right, Ryan. Ryan, I'm gonna have to do better tomorrow. Ryan. I'm so glad that you reminded me of that because I don't want people to sit there and think that I'm being soft. I can't do that. Wendy, I'll be happy to see Cat Lady Whitney back for a couple episodes. I'm just saying, Darby. I'm just saying, right? I can't sit there and be soft out here in these streets. Kelly says a little bit. When are you ever on my side? Every time I sit there and say I love you, what kind of a goddamn question is that? Every single time that I sit there and say that I love you, I'm on your side. Did she really just say that? I made a whole post about Cat Lady, and she's sitting there saying, when am I on her side? What the kind of question is Oh my lord. As says, I think Leo's going to get the wrong idea. Yes. And it's funny, Ed. I thought about that early this morning. I was sitting there watching the episode. Because he literally he was like, oh, you can think of me. I'm still here's the thing. I think Carrie is still um like some sort of fanatic fan. Carrie said, did you just feel like Nina right there? No. I literally confessed that my love to Cat Lady. I made a whole post, and you just said, "When have I ever been on your side?" What the kind of question is that? I must have sat there and said that I love Cat Lady like about 5,000 goddamn times. My lord, Angie, you are something else. It says Albert Chad was on State of Mind, and he likes that his character didn't go out in a boring way. That when he's ready to come back, he can. Right now, yeah. Well, of course, yeah. I mean, that's what you kind of want as an actor. Haley says you need a drink. love my girl Angie, even when she's being difficult. Um, no, but that's why I think that's what a lot of actors want. If they're gonna sit there and go out, they want to go out in a memorable way, but be able to come back in a sense. And I mean, that was damn sure a memorable way. I mean, people were mad, they were upset, they was they're saying it was vile. But Darby, I am probably the most hardcore villain soap opera content creator that people has ever seen. I'm just saying, cat lady, like I've been sitting there saying I love you all night, and you're like, when have you ever been on my side? What the kind of question is that? I've been on your side the entire goddamn night. Johnson says, "Who do you think will confront Cyrus first?" Felicia. Felicia. Jess says, "I don't know why Chad wanted to break right now when his story was getting so good. Because he's grieving his father. Like he can take a break at any time in the last few years. Because he's grieving his father, Jess. Like literally, he's grieving his father. And he's also a new father." Johnson says, "Why Felicia?" Because she can she knows about Cyrus and the bell and everything like that. She can probably it would just make sense to sit there and just take out Felicia. Once he finds out that she knows that, oh crap, she knows that like my bell wasn't ringing when I was not there unaliving Dex. So it would just make sense to sit there and be Felicia first. Once he knows, I think that Cyrus um would confront Felicia. God damn, Jess says I hope hopefully it is Felicia. Darby says, "Are you sounding like Michael over Willow a few months back?" Well, how did Michael actually sound? Oh, you make a good point, Ryan. But I did have my other reasons why. But no, you make a good point. I will give you that. You make a good point. I didn't sit there because my whole thing, Ryan. I'm like, yo, listen, you didn't sit there and try to take out Sonny. You didn't sit there and try to take out Sonny when he offed your dad. But because he cheated on mommy, Darius, now you wanna Darby. First of all, I am not so Darby. Don't you say that. Don't put that shit out there into the universe, okay, Darby? I am hardcore. I'm very hardcore, Darby. Okay? Don't let my laughter and everything like that fool you. My little, my charming demeanor. Okay? Don't let that shit fool you. As says Albert Chad, this say it's because of his father and being a new dad, and that's exactly it. That's like what I'm sitting there saying. Yeah, it's actually really funny. It's funny, Ed. I said the same thing that you said, but just said, "Oh, Ed, that's unfortunate." I said the same goddamn thing. I literally said the same thing. I said, listen, I said hardcore, Darby. That lady said Mr. Snuggles. Okay. Just remember, I have to straighten you out. Just say, yeah, but you didn't give details. I I said that his father died and that he was grieving his father's death. I literally said that he was grieving his father's death. That's what I said. You know what? Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Ryan says it's not that Sonny cheated, it's who he cheated with. Sonny sleeping with Nina after the Nixon fall. Saka was a huge F you to the entire family, then he testified for Nina. I get that, Ryan, but let's be honest. Sonny killed AJ. That's when you should have sat there and that's when you should have sat there and went World War III. Not cheating on Mommy Dearest. Killing AJ would have been a much better, just said not enough details. Okay. That's what she said. Not enough. Johnson says, what do you think of Xana mentioning to Maggie about when she will work without? Here's the thing, Jonathan. I understood what he was saying. Like, yeah, he probably felt a little bit bad about throwing at her face. But my whole thing is Maggie's sitting there preaching about the whole, well, you could just work with him and it'll be fine. And it's like, Maggie, you had to sit there and work with Alex and you knew that he acted like an asshole. You know that he acted very entitled, so don't give me the whole kumbaya speech. Don't do that. Don't. So I kind of understood. Just you. Jess is something else. Listen, I love Jess. Jess is something else. Darby said, being a content creator is not an easy job. You sometimes have my sympathies. Well, thank you, Darby. I mean, it's fun. Um, the good outweighs the bad. The good always outweighs the bad. Especially when moments like when Jess is not there being Jess. But or cat lady's being sassy after I done said that I loved her about 500. The good outweighs the bad. The good outweighs the bad. Justin says, and tomorrow Drew is going to talk to Alexis about Willow being a mom figure for Scout. That's good though, Jonathan. And of course, that's the thing though. But see, that's the thing though. People are going to sit there and say, "Oh, Drew's being creepy. Drew's just using his child as a way to get close to." Sometimes it is just what it is. Cannot leave Cat Lady alone for like 5 seconds. Goddamn troublemaker. I love her. Of course, I wash my. uh, I love her. That's right, Jonathan. We are back. It was funny. I was actually just about to sit there and go on Kyrie's stream, and then I realized that it was over. I'm like, what the hell? Well, like 20 minutes. What? More like 20 minutes. What? As his Robert Drew didn't spend time or make a real effort with his daughter when Sam was there. He wanted to put her in boarding school and go to prison for Carly. He's switching up now because he wants Willow. Well, I mean, yes, but people can sit there and make their mistakes and learn from them, and I don't really have any other excuses for that. But and you know what? Thank you, Ed. And then Carly's ungrateful ass. Carly's ungrateful. Is this going to make you upset, cat lady? Johnson says, "Do you think that the direction of the Flash movie? Did you hear that the director of the Flash movie blamed fans for his failure?" No. And actually does kind of suck though, Jonathan, because on some level, I actually did like the movie. But I'm not surprised though, Jonathan. I heard that Sony was blaming reviewers, were blaming like reviewers for the movie not doing well. Come on, Darby. You know that I will be in charge of I'll be in charge of our relationship. Darby. I'll be in charge. Yeah, what cat like what are you talking about? As I agree with you about Carly being great. She wasn't grateful. Drew went to Here's the thing. Drew went to prison for Carly's mess up. Okay, screw it. For Carly's fuck up. Yeah, I mean, he definitely was not in a good spotlight when he did the movie. But to be fair, Darby, it wouldn't have mattered who did that movie. Okay, it probably would have mattered a little bit, but well, let's sit there and think about this for a minute, though. Yeah, that's a good point, Ryan. I never actually thought of it like that. But no, seriously, guy lady, Drew went to jail for Carly. Carly got herself into that situation in the first place when Drew and Michael told her not to sit there and start with that insider trading shit. They literally sat there and said, "Don't do that." And what did Carly do? Oh, I'm just going to do it anyway because it's my money. So Carly started that whole mess. Drew went to jail. So this way Carly could sit there and be with her daughter. So yes, Carly was being ungrateful, if we're gonna be honest. Oh, you mean as far as our relationship will go? Oh, I mean, Callie, I'm the alpha. Of course I'll be. I mean, I wouldn't run it like that, but I feel like I should backtrack almost everything that I'm saying right now. He let Drew high and dry, and see, and that's another thing. That's another thing. Jack Brennan is wasting his time with Carly. This is where Drew is smart. Drew, when Drew found out that Jason was back, You know what Drew did? Nah, I'm good. Because no man should have to sit there and play subservient to another man. But that was true before he went to prison. I mean, yeah, I get that. I get that part, Ryan. Um, my point is that Carly was being ungrateful. You know, Drew went to jail for her. What did Carly do? What did Carly do? Hmm? Yeah. What else my goddamn music at? Well, the point is she should be grateful in general, not just showing her ass, because that's what she did. And I'm not holding back on that. She showed her ungrateful ass. And she actually put herself in that situation. Kelly, don't you start. See? This is where Kelly's being bad kitty. I still love you, though. Nobody said, there's not a woman in this universe that I'm going to prison for. However, Drew was stupid. Well, the point is, he did it. He did it for her. And you know what? She showed her ass by being ungrateful about it. Nobody says, not 3 months or 5 days. I mean, I get it, but like, he wanted her to sit there and be with her daughter. And she wants to sit there and be like, oh, you only did it to be a martyr. I'm like, he shouldn't have had to do it at all. Remember, it was her. It was her that committed insider trading, and Drew should have turned her ass in. I'm pretty sure if Drew had a goddamn time machine, he would sit there and turn her ass in. Yeah, that's what he would do. I would have loved to sit there and see that shit. Johnson says what the Abigail put up on days led to nothing, and fans should be disappointed. Well, here's the thing. Yeah, they should be. They should be. But let's sit there and see where this Cat Green story is going. Yeah, you're right, Darby. He want the attention. Okay, sure. Carly's an ungrateful ass. That's what it came down to. Drew did something. Drew did something that most men wouldn't have probably did for Carly, and probably shouldn't have did for Carly. So it's not about him being narcissistic or anything like that. He did it so this way she wouldn't have to go to jail and do her little attitude and everything like that. Brian says, I'm sure what you want. Oh, Drew, I'm so happy that you went to prison for me, that you can. I'm not saying that, right? But here's the thing. Let's not sit there and try to act like his sacrifice didn't mean anything. That's what annoys me, is that she is this diminishing his sacrifice. And that's some shit that's just not cool. Yeah, I understand what Drew Smith is doing to his son's marriage. I get that part. But don't sit there and try to throw it in his face like his sacrifice didn't mean anything. She should at the very least be grateful for that. She can still not like it, but let's not sit there and try to act like his sacrifice didn't mean shit. Because in all reality, he didn't have to do it. That's the bottom line. We're not going to sit there and act like his sacrifice didn't mean anything when she was actually thankful. Because she was thankful until she showed her ass. Johnson says, so Kat mentioned that Constantine was abused. Yeah, apparently, like, that was the plan all along. To make her look like she was dead. But, again, it's unfortunate because now, everybody says 99.9% of all men on the planet wouldn't do that for any woman, Albert, if he wanted. No, okay, Darby, I sense a huge level of cynicism in that comment. There are some men that will sit there and do that for their loved ones or for somebody that they love. And I would do that. I would do that. So that Drew isn't the same way he was when he went to prison for that for her and asked what happened to that guy for her to say that he's always been this way isn't true. You get what I'm saying though, Ryan. I'm not saying that you can be mad at him, but at the same time, don't sit there and try to dismiss his sacrifice. Maybe says, "What men? Not your boy." Well, I mean, okay. I mean, and that's fair. But there are men that would sit there and sacrifice their freedom for the person that they love, for the woman that they love. So you know, let's just be real. And again, we're kind of getting into orange and apples in a sense. The point is like, yeah, stupid men. I don't think sacrificing yourself for the person that you love is stupid, but to each his own. He did rewrite history by saying that he did it only for be a martyr. I agree with you there. That's my whole thing, Ryan. Like, here's the thing: you can be upset that he sitting there bumping and grinding with your son's wife, but don't sit there and try to act like that wasn't a sacrifice that he made. You know, I mean, hell, yeah, we're not going to do that. I mean, the thing is, Ryan, that the two aren't mutually exclusive. You can be mad about something, but still acknowledge somebody's sacrifice. Jonathan says, "Do you think Julie will be hot?" She will, Jonathan, and that's the thing that annoys me because I'm like, Julie, you act like you've never made a mistake in your entire life that you shouldn't be forgiven for. Um, and I'm so annoyed with Chad not that they're bringing up. Hey, by the way, her brother was going to unalive me if it wasn't for the fact that she jumped in the way of him almost unaliving me. Have a little grace, and that's another thing, Jonathan. She sat there and she made a bunch of things. She said a bunch of things about how she regretted about what she could have did to Doug or what she should have done for Doug. But in the same breath, she wants to sit there and say, "Well, Kat could have handled it differently." Didn't you just sit there and say that you could have did things differently? Like what happened to the guy that went to prison for me? That guy would have never. Yeah, well, yes, Ryan. That would have been a much, but that would have been a much better sentence than what she did say, right? And I get it. She's angry. Kelly says Curry's is an AI. What? Do you mean that Kyrie's is still on? But that would have been a much better sentence. Let me check. Oh, he is on. Okay. Hmm. Okay. All right. You're right, cat lady. I clicked onto another video. Well, thank you for letting me know. Whoa, I do not need to hear my voice. Oof. Have a good night, Ed. It was great to see you, my guy. Ryan says, "Wow, I can't believe we fully agree on something. It's a miracle." I mean, the thing is, Ryan, here's the thing. It's okay if we don't agree on everything. It's agreeing to disagree respectfully. That's the thing, Ryan. We can always agree to disagree on stuff. It's not the end of the world. It's how you go about it. I can disagree with people all day, Brian. I've disagreed with people on other topics in my videos. It's how we agree to disagree. Have a good night, Wendy. Well, yes, I look forward to seeing you in tomorrow's stream, Ed. Yeah, I know, and that's yeah. I didn't even. But the thing is, Darby, Cat Lady's just sassy. Cat Lady is one sassy woman, and I love her. Darby says, "Answer my question number, please. Would you go? If you say yes, please tell your dad what you said, and then tell me tomorrow what he would tell you about your decision." Yes, yes. To my yeah, I would go. I would go. And I would, and, and I will sit there and tell my dad, and I'll let him know, I will let you know what he said. I will let you know what he said. But yes, just to answer your question, I would. If it's somebody that I love, absolutely. Somebody I love, there's pretty much almost nothing I wouldn't do. What? Darby said, "You piece of lying ish." Ooh, really, Darby? Ryan says, if Carly has said that, do you still think that Drew would have been justified in telling her? Um, no. But the thing is, right now, because that I will sit there and say no. Like you said something, he said something back. But if she would have said it in that way, then no, I couldn't have justified it. See, my problem is, Ryan. Here's the thing. To answer your question, you are correct. Just to answer your question. But the truth of the matter is, Cat Lady, I would go to jail for you. Cat Lady, Angelique, I would go to jail for you because you're an amazing woman. And you have a lot to give to this world. Um, I'm going to eat my dinner. Yes, you have a lot to offer this world. Um, but to be, just again, I'm like, to answer your question again, yes. But see, right, I know I'm going to make you pissed off, and I'm just going to have, now he's like, okay, I feel like she said that because she knew how I was going to react. And you know what? I'm not going to do it, Cat Lady. I'm not going to play that game. I'm not going to give in. I sit there and say I love her. Whatever. I'm like, Callie, I'll go to jail for you. Now he's lying. What the Ryan? Let's just be real for a hot minute. Regardless if Drew actually said it or not, it is her fault. You may sit there and say the timing is wrong, but it is her fault. She is he is in that bed because of her. He's in that bed because of the choices that she made. The choices that she wanted to make because she wanted her happiness. regardless of her kid's safety. That's good calculating. I almost actually knocked off my phone. You are one of a kind, calculating. But no, it's her fault. You may sit there and say that's wrong. Kylie, you stop it. Francis, it was the way he said it. He was being cruel. Certain truths don't need to be said at certain times. Well, the point is, he said it, and she decided. Here's the thing, Ryan. She showed her ass, and he decided to be honest with her. If she wouldn't have showed her ass, then he wouldn't have said what he said. If you're gonna sit there and say something, be prepared for the consequences. That is the bottom line. She sat there and was just like, I'm sorry. Like, she was so offended. I was like, yeah, because that's what happens when you open up your mouth and you show your ass. Now, I said this before, and I'm going to sit there and say this again. He did not read the room. He did not need to be there. Carly, she did not need to sit there and show her ass. So he said what he said. You know what? I back that shit 110%. And that may sound mean, it may come across as an asshole, but we all know it's true. Well, the thing is, Ryan, if you sit there and the point is, Ryan, you don't sit there and say something to somebody and then want somebody to use kid gloves on you. That's how that works. You don't sit there and say something to me and then expect me to sit there and use kid gloves. If you're ready to sit there and get in the ring and say something to somebody, you better be prepared for the consequences of what they're going to say to you. Cannot control somebody's reaction. He sat there and he went to prison for you, and that's what you sit there and say? Yeah, you goddamn right the kid gloves are off. I don't know what that emoji is, cat lady. What is that, purple feet? What's right? I think at the end of the day, you can't control how somebody's going to react. That's one of the things I've learned in life. You can't control how somebody's going to react. Um, it's like a YouTube prankster that goes out there and does something, and then somebody decides to take it extreme. You can't control how somebody's going to react. You shouldn't have sat there and threw the first punch or said the first word. Be forever grateful to him that is naive. Oof, okay, dog, maybe a little more hardcore than me. And so you don't think that she hit below the belt? I don't think it's about him below the belt. I think she just sat there and said something insulting after he sacrificed himself for her. He went to jail for her. And that's what she had to sit there and say? Yeah, anybody would sit there and be pissed off and say what they said to her. Some people may regret. I know if I was you, I wouldn't regret it because it's the truth of the matter. And I don't care if it's the wrong time or below the belt or something that you should. No, if you said something to me, I'm saying something to you back. We're not going to do that. Carly does not get to sit there and use kid gloves when you sit there and start throwing first shots. Or when you want to sit there and say something like that. Johnson says, I bet Arnold as Rafe will tell Jada he has cold feet and break things off with her to keep her off of the radar. I think so too, Jonathan. I think so too. Because remember, right? Remember, didn't he mess up the whole thing with Sammy? Um, messed up the relationship with Sammy. What's good, Spencer? Spencer says, I think sending Michael to is a good idea and a very bad idea because they were doing some very grindy stuff to Jason, like keeping him like the Winter Soldier. So I don't know. Well, then send a guard there with him. Ryan says, I feel like if someone gave me a level 1 insult, then it's only fair to give them a level 1 or maybe a level 2. It's called fighting fair. I get that, Ryan, but again, you can't control how somebody's going to sit there and react in life, right? This is why I go back to the whole prankster thing. Somebody pulls a prank and oh, it's funny, but if somebody decides to take it seriously and either take out a lethal weapon or call the cops over a joke, you can't control how somebody's going to react. You know, we can debate this all day, but at the end of the day, she says something, he says something back, she didn't like it, tough titty. That's the bottom line. You don't get to sit there and throw shots and then, oh, you went too far. No. I went as far as I felt like I needed to go. You don't control how far I go. I get used to this saying calling a fight fair, but at the end of the day, you're not gonna sit there and control my damn time. Okay? You said something bad, I'm gonna sit there and say something worse. Why? Because I can. Because I simply can. You didn't like that? Keep your goddamn mouth shut. Now you may sit there and say, well, that's just being an asshole. Oh well. Darby says and Drew has milk that act like over her head once too many times, Albert, then she should tell him how it is. Okay, exactly. And he told her how it was too. And she didn't like that. So there you go. Yeah, Spencer, yeah, we heard the news on Sunday. It was yeah. Johnson says yes, he did, but Sammy learned the truth and she and Rave. Oh, they got okay. Well, at least they made like a happy ending then. I do get what you're saying. If you don't want me to walk through the door, then don't open it. Exactly. And, my whole thing is like, not here's the thing. Not everyone's going to be snitching thinking in a moment, oh, well, you know what? That was kind of a light comment. Let me sit there and give a lighter comment back or whatever. It's like, that's not always going to like fare out, you know? Darby says he brought it on himself into a battle that didn't concern Drew and he brought himself into a battle that didn't concern Drew, and Carly let him have it. And then, well, you know what? And then Drew let her have it. And you know what? To be honest, Darby, Drew is right. At the end of the day, Drew is right. This is what people either don't want to sit there and understand, or they don't want to understand because they don't like Drew, or they don't want to understand it because well they don't like Drew. But at the end of the day, yeah, I get that. But here's the thing: at the end of the day, Drew is right. We can sit there and spin this into the end of time. He brought in himself and Carla exactly, and then what happened? And then Drew let her have it, and that was the reality of the situation. So yeah, Jonathan, it was on. Actually, to tell you the truth, it was on. I think E Insider or something like that. Jonathan, from what I understand, Eric Braden lost his house too. A couple other people, but I think Eric Braden actually lost his house too. Yep. Yeah. So Spencer is just tired of Jerome. Brian says, but you gave Sam and Jocelyn shit for throwing Morgan's in Carly's face. What's the difference? I did? Hmm. Man, with Darby, who do you think actually came out on top? I mean, there's clearly no world runners, but like, I mean, Darby, here's the thing. At the end of the day, Drew is right. You know, you may sit there and think that Carly got over on one, but where did she really go over on? Her son is in the hospital because of the choices that she made. So there's not exactly, it's not like, I don't remember that, but okay. All right. I'll take your word for that, Ryan. I don't remember doing that, but exactly. Exactly, Darby. And this is the mess that Carly has to sit there and deal with. So that's the thing. That's the thing. I don't know. I'm not gonna finish that. All right, I'm gonna sit there and end the stream here. This was a lot of fun as always. Thank you, thank you, thank you for joining. Actually went a little bit longer than I anticipated. But that's what happens when you get into these debatable topics. Um, I do, Ryan. And I sat there and said, well, you know what, boo, you had a baby with him, so you need to sit there and shut your mouth and deal with it. I remember that very well. Sam was coming across as a Karen, and Carly was like, you made a baby with him, so shut your mouth. Yes, thank you, Jonathan. Jonathan says, join us next time for another edition of Soap Chat with Albert Bostic. Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you for coming through. My Michael Bowen to my Victor Newman. Thank you, Darby. Thank you, GH Fan. Thank you, Spencer. Sorry, I know I'm kind of wrapping it up now, but I'll be back on tomorrow. Have a night, Jess. Have a night, Cat Lady. Also, wish Cat Lady a happy birthday tomorrow. That's my girl. Love her. Johnson says, and be sure to catch the premiere of Judge Albert coming this spring. Yes. Brian says, yes, and you wanted Carly to smack her or throw her into the pool. I did. I'm going to take your word for it because you seem like you have a good memory. Johnson says, good night, everyone. And hit the like button. Yes, hit that like button. Do not be corrupted by my gorgeous queen cat lady. Hit the like button on the way out. Ah, that's my girl. My Brenda Barrett. Sassy, diva-ish, and beautiful and sexy as hell. Ryan says, anyway, good night. I'm glad we ended this on good terms. I mean, Ryan, we always gonna have this on good terms because I mean I have fun doing it. So and Cat Lady put out some emojis. I guess like cat paws. Cat Lady is a very unique spirit in the best way possible. But yes, have a good night, everyone, and I will see you in the next stream, which is tomorrow. Laters.